From the National Weather Service in Raleigh, it's Nick Petro with your routine Monday weekly briefing for Central North Carolina. This briefing covers the period today through Sunday this week, the 9th through the 15th of September. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the weather pattern here. And there is a stationary boundary that will provide the risk for widely scattered showers and thunderstorms today. The greatest coverage of storms will be mainly Raleigh eastward, but there's a marginal risk for severe storms from Raleigh north and eastward. And I'll show that in a subsequent graphic here in a minute. And then generally fair weather is expected during the mid to late week period with high pressure over the area. Another cold front will approach over the weekend and may bring the next risk for showers and thunderstorms. So all in all, pretty, I would say once we get past today, and the risk for showers and thunderstorms today should be fairly low impact week. Highs in the upper 80s to around 90 and lows in the upper 60s to around 70. So just for fun, I thought I'd show you the current radar. Again, most of the thunderstorm activity is expected along and east of a boundary that's slow to move across the area. I will point out here, look at these winds here. Each of these wind barbs indicate which way the wind is blowing. So I'll just randomly pick out a couple of these wind barbs and draw some arrows kind of indicating which way the wind is blowing. And over here on the east side, east of I-95, we've got winds from the opposite direction, from the southwest. So you can see here's a northeast wind up in southeast Virginia and a southwest wind along the coast. So with that, and then you see a bunch of kind of little circles here representing calm wind. So what that tells us is the cold front is basically right along in here somewhere. This is basically where the boundary is located, this stationary front that we talk about. This is a stationary boundary, and it's a kind of along this boundary here where all these, particularly across the southeast Virginia and eastern North Carolina, where all these showers and thunderstorms are occurring. So back here behind the boundary, and behind this boundary, I'm not expecting much in the way of shower and thunderstorm activity today. It's all along and east of that boundary. All right, so anyway, let me go ahead back to the slides. Bear with me here for just a second. All right. So what about that severe thunderstorm potential? And you can see the darker green is where we have the isolated severe thunderstorm potential, meaning limited severe storm duration or coverage or intensity. So that'll be mainly, again, from Raleigh north and eastward. So that's where we expect the greatest risk for any severe storms to be. And then other than that, once we get past today, little, if any, thunderstorm activity Tuesday and Wednesday, most of that activity sort of around the periphery of central North Carolina. All right, as we look to the accumulated precipitation forecast for the next 7 days, aside from scattered showers and thunderstorms today and then during the upcoming weekend, you'll notice in these in the Tuesday, Wednesday graphic, it's pretty dry. Thursday and Friday graphic, the rainfall is mostly north of I-85, and then you'll notice Saturday and Sunday there's some green shading over us indicating that better chance for showers and storms with that next front. So week long, when you add up all the rain for the next 7 days, the highest amounts are expected from I-95 eastward. All right. Turning our attention to the tropics, there's an area north of Puerto Rico that the Hurricane Center is keeping an eye on. And there's an area east of the islands the Hurricane Center is keeping an eye on. So I will point out here, just to make it a little easier to indicate which one is which. This text paragraph here is for this one, and this text paragraph here is for that one. So anyway, looking at the bottom paragraph, it indicates that environmental conditions could become a little more conducive for development of that little disturbed area of weather when it moves over the Bahamas and Florida late this week. So formation chance in the next 5 days is about 20%. I will point out, though, that just about all of our models generally show this little disturbed weather just basically trekking kind of westward, if you will. so shouldn't really be an issue for North Carolina if it were to happen to develop into something. But anyway, and then of course, as always, anytime something's out in the Atlantic, we're always keeping an eye on it. But other than that, no imminent or immediate threats, tropical weather-wise, for central North Carolina. All right, so that takes us to a wrap-up for a summary for the week. A stationary front will provide the risk for widely scattered showers and thunderstorms today, mainly from the eastern half of the state, essentially. There is a marginal risk for severe storms from Raleigh north and eastward. Fair weather is expected during the mid to late week period with high pressure over the area. And then a cold front will approach over the weekend, may bring the next risk for showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s to around 90 each day this week. And nighttime lows will be in the upper 60s to around 70. So there you have it. Tuesday and Wednesday are dry days. Highs in the upper 80s to around 90. And then, like I said, as we await that next front, we bring showers and thunderstorms back into the picture. All right, at this point, that wraps up the weekly briefing, the routine weekly briefing for Central North Carolina.